Were giants the offspring of angels? In this video, we'll explain Genesis 6, 1 through 4. Some claim that the passage is speaking of angels marrying women, but we'll see based on scripture that that is not the case. And as always, we encourage you to not just believe us, but check up what we say from the pages of your own Bible. Let's read Genesis 6, verses 1 through 4. Now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. Some claim that the sons of God referenced in verse 2 refer to angels. More on that in a moment, but we'll continue in verse 4. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. So we see the phrase again, sons of God. Is this saying that angels fathered children? Does it say that those children became the giants we read about in Scripture? Some say these sons of God here are angels, but as we'll see in just a bit, this cannot be the case in regard to Genesis 6. Now, it's true that the Bible sometimes refers to angels as sons of God. One example is in Job 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. While not explicit, we can infer based on the context that the beings mentioned in these verses as sons of God are in fact angels. However, the Bible also refers to mankind as sons of God. In fact, Adam is called the son of God in Luke 3 verse 38, and Psalm 82 verse 6 says all people are children of the Most High. Now, how can we be sure that the sons of God referenced in Genesis 6 are not angels? Jesus clears up any confusion in Luke 20 verses 34 through 36. Jesus answered and said to them, "The sons of this age, that is humans, marry and are given in marriage. But those who are counted worthy to attain that age and the resurrection from the dead, that is when we are resurrected to eternal life as members of God's family, neither marry nor are given in marriage. Nor can they die anymore, for they are equal to the angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection." He's saying that just like angels do not marry, it will be the same for those who are resurrected from the dead as spirit beings. Angels were brought into individual existence, complete, but without the need or the capability of reproducing. This false idea that angels can reproduce may have developed initially from the non-canonical Book of Enoch. That book makes similar claims. We plan to make another video about the Book of Enoch, explaining why it is not in the Bible. Now let's take one last look at Genesis 6 and verse 4. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. It simply does not say that giants were the result of the unions mentioned in verse 4, though it does say they were already in existence prior to these marriages. Again, it says, "There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men." The children from these marriages were not even giants. Their parents were human beings made in God's image. So we can be sure that these giants were not the result of fallen angels and human beings having children. Regarding the specific identity of the sons of God referenced in Genesis 6, the Bible is silent. But most scholars feel they could be the godly seed of Seth or the royal line of worldly kings. More logically, the sons of God were powerful, famous men who married many wives, who prior to the flood gave birth to men who became famous in their time. When Jesus returns, we can ask him. For now, by letting Scripture interpret Scripture, what we can be sure of is that the sons of God in Genesis 6 were human beings and not angels. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more videos like this on other Bible topics. Thanks for watching.